Joining me, special guest Joe Lopez, defense attorney for Drew Peterson. He delivered the closing argument. The fact that you guys claimed throughout that everybody else was lying, and I'm referring to Kathleen Savio and Stacey Peterson. Why do you say those two ladies were lying? What's in it for them to lie?
Well, we have to remember one thing, that Kathy was saying whatever she could about Drew to people besides her best friend and the man that she was in love with. She told things to all these other people but never mentioned anything to the man that she just about lived with and to her next door neighbor who she talked to every day. So it was our position, we maintained the position that she was out there trying to dirty up Drew as much as she could. She hated Drew because of the split with Stacey. They had all kinds of domestic issues for a number of years. You know, in these divorce cases, people say all kinds of things.
Well, hold on. When you just opened up a can of worms right there, Joe Lopez, as a matter of fact, when you say they had all sorts of domestic issues, the reality is there were incidents where the police were called to the home by Kathleen Savio.
That's right. And that's because Drew brought the kids home late. All she did was complain. She made 8 complaints that he brought the children home late. That's why the police were called to the house, not because of anything he did to her. In fact, the time that she claimed that he did something to her, she waited 13 days to call the police. So when you say the police came there, yes, the police did come there, but that was in relation to child visitation issues, not to any domestic issues.
You know, Joe Lopez, I asked you the question, what was in it for them, these two dead women, God rest their soul, what was in it for them to lie about Drew Peterson? How did it help them? How did they benefit by these lies you're accusing them of?
Well, we can talk about Stacey, number one. Stacey called her divorce attorney, or a divorce attorney, actually being Kathy's former divorce attorney, and said, you know, I have this information, I want to use it to extort Drew out of money. So we know that she had a financial motive in this case. And Kathy also had another motive in this case.
That was not the testimony. The testimony was, she said,
were you there? I was there. I heard the testimony. No,
evidence
absolutely
about
wrong.
Kathleen's death. Can I get a better deal?
Can I get a better deal? A financial deal. She wanted money. M-O-N-E-Y. She wanted money, and that's why she was doing it. As far as
okay, hold on. Wait a minute.
Concerned,
just stop.
She was trying to get an edge up in the divorce itself.
Let's get. See, I asked you a question, and you go all the way around it. You portrayed her as saying, "God rest her soul, Stacey Peterson. How can I extort Drew Peterson?" I don't think
you have evidence she's dead. Do you have evidence she's dead? Why do people keep saying she's dead?
In the courtroom. So to you, Ellie Jostad,
nobody said she was dead in the courtroom.
Did it ever come out on the stand that Stacey Peterson ever said the words, "I want to extort Drew Peterson"?
Well, Nancy, that actually what came up in testimony is the attorney, Harry Smith, was asked, you warned Stacey Peterson she needed to be careful. Was it because you thought she would be arrested for extortion? And he said, no, I thought she would be arrested for concealing a homicide.
So, what Lopez, the defense, can I see Joe Lopez, Liz? That's who we're talking about.
I'm
That's
right
who
here.
we're talking about.
Let's
put Ellie up. She's
Harry Smith was wrong. He doesn't even know the elements of concealment of a homicide. He was wrong. That was absolutely incorrect. There was no way she was concealing a homicide.
Okay, I guess I'm going to have to cut his mic. Joe, I asked you, what benefit was it for these ladies to lie? And you just said, I can play it back, that Stacey Peterson said she wanted to extort Drew Peterson. That was never said in court. Those words were never said.
I didn't say those were the words. You asked me why.
And
that was to extort Drew Peterson. She wanted to.
Yes, you did. You just said that.
You are mischaracterizing the evidence. What she said to him, can I use this information to get financial money out of him? And that's the same thing as extortion. It's the same thing as I will say this unless he pays me. That's extortion.